Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, the 13th of February, 2021. And this is the weekly analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the third week of February. Let's begin with the Euro. And it has managed to recover back up above the, well above the 120 level, and then through the 121 before testing the previous lower trend line of the triangle. They managed to find resistance again and pull back to test the daily 55 EMA. So it stayed above the 121, and we'll see if there's any continuation of the bullish recovery. However, there is going to be strong resistance in this area here, where the monthly pivot is just above that, and as well as the 50-Fib resistance of a large Fibonacci retracement. If we take a look at this monthly time frame all the way back from March 2014. That's the 50-Fib retracement level there. So there is a bit of limited upside here. And that's at the 121.66 area. And below that, there's the previously last week, it bounced from the weekly pivot. So let's see if it's able to find support in this zone here, just above the 162 Fib. So it looks like it's going to be constrained in this narrow range again for next week. There's only minor news coming up next week with the release of the ECB minutes, and on Friday there's the flash manufacturing services PMIs across all the regions. There is also US news with retail sales and Philly Fed manufacturing indexes, and we'll see how that impacts the US dollar, which will in turn impact this euro. Let's bring in the XY. And with the recovery last week for the euro, that's because of the DXY pulling back and dip below this 138 Fib extension, as well as the daily 55 EMA. So it's still above the 90 level, but there could be a retest there. So this should bring up a strong support zone here. And it needs to break back up above the daily 55 in order to make another attempt to test the swing low. All right. So it still spells a consolidation for next week as well. Let's go to the cable. Cable has found strength over the last couple of weeks as it drove past 137, and then last week through 138 and finding support at 138 now, and above this trend line, which was an ascending part of ascending wedge formation here. So we'll see if there's going to be a continuation to test 139. Otherwise, it's going to be consolidating in this range. And it seems to be still holding pretty strong. There's also UK CPI coming up next week, and then the retail sales figures, plus the flash PMIs. If we take a look where the next extension is, it's above 139 and it's up to 139.44. That's this 200-Fib extension area. And we'll see if it's able to break through 139 first. If it does drop below 138, then there could be support from the 10 SMA, could be in the mid 137s. Okay, now it's at the mid 138. All right. Let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And likewise with the FOMC, there's a central bank meeting minutes release, and RBA is releasing theirs on Tuesday. There's the ECB on Thursday and the FOMC on the Wednesday. And then Thursday, there's the Australian jobs report. So the Aussie is also holding above a support now, above this trend line of this previous lower trend line of a triangle. And looks towards testing the 78 area and attempting to reach the 200-Fib extension. If it falls below this trend line, then there is support at the monthly pivot above this Fib, so just below the 77 area. It's at 76.85. All right, so also limited upside, but still some potential to move up higher, similar to the cable. So it looks as if the US dollar index will need to recover, otherwise the majors will benefit from the dollar weakness. All right, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen as well, and have a safe week and have a good trading week, and cheers for now.